Hey buddy, this is Collin, Mr. Oldschool Gamer, bringing you another clip from the wonderful world of Warships. So, sorry for being away for a couple of weeks yet again. This video was actually scheduled to be published on the channel a bit over 2 weeks ago. But it was delayed for a bit. Right before I left for vacation on Cyprus, I edited and did commentary on this video and was gonna upload it and publish it, and suddenly I got a massive copyright strike against this particular video. Now, usually I don't have any issues with copyright strikes on my channel because I'm way too small and insignificant in the grand scope of things to ever get affected by copyrights. Or so I thought. The thing was, I uploaded this video, and as I usually do, I have some nice epic old school rock or other nice music playing in the background while I play this game. And this game was no different to all the others. Now, if you watch my videos before, you know that I from time to time have some epic music playing in the background, and usually that is kind of okay. I mean, sure, I always get a slap on my wrist from YouTube telling me not to use copyrighted music in my videos, but no more actions are really taken from them. Then, of course, we have those blood-sucking record and movie companies moving in and trying to get paid off my videos. Lol. By monetizing them and take the profits. Yeah. But here's the thing. If you have such a small channel as I have, YouTube doesn't deem you worthy of being able to monetize your content and earn a buck off your videos, unless you hit some special target numbers, like for instance having, I think, 4,000 subs or a special amount of views per month or something. So it's pretty much a catch-22 situation, where the record label companies can try and monetize my videos, but in the end, nothing really will be happening. They still won't see a penny, so usually I just go on my merry way and use my copyrighted music and scenes I want, and they can't really touch me. But this time it was something else. One of the songs I was listening to while playing all the Warships was Poison by Alice Cooper. And for some reason, the record label company that owns the right to that particular song have apparently put some Terminator 3 end of the world kind of copy strike on that specific tune. So I got like insta-blocked, which has never ever been happening while I uploaded videos in the past containing copyrighted music. And I couldn't even publish the video without editing out that specific song. All the other 8 songs that was in the video was apparently okay, but that song had some special protection. And since I was going away to Cyprus the next day, I really didn't have time to re-edit the whole video, and that's why this video wasn't uploaded 2 weeks ago. But now I'm back in Sweden, back to my old tricks. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally think that artists making great music should earn every penny they can get, and I do understand copyrights has its place in the business world, but I hardly think either YouTube or some music label company should ever bother with the likes of me and my channel. If any of you guys seen the latest videos from Jingles, you already heard about what kind of problem he's gotten himself into regarding copyrights. I mean, some of these claims are just straight up retarded. And being a content creator on YouTube makes you extremely vulnerable to any kind of strikes and claims. So it's a minefield for any content creator on YouTube, pretty much. Now to the topic of hand, Warships. Today I actually took a break from my series I've been doing with the tier 10 German tank, the Hindenburg, to play another ship that has pretty fast become my, or at least one of my go-to ships in the game. The tier 9 Japanese destroyer, the Yugumo. Now, I actually recently bought this ship for the first time and started to play it for the first time. I think this is maybe my second or third game in this ship. Because, like I told you guys in the past, my true first love in this game, and actually the reason why I bought this game when it was in closed beta, was my love for the tier 10 Japanese Navy destroyer, the Shimakase. I just love the playstyle that I have been seen in so many others YouTube videos. So the Imperial Japanese Navy destroyer line was the first line I grinded, and the Shima was the first tier 10 ship that I got in this game. And the thing is that back then the Yugumo didn't exist, because it was the old original line. It was added later when the line split up into a subline, and that's the reason why I never had the chance to play this ship before. Now, I don't think I need to tell you guys what happened to the Shimakase. There has been nerfs after nerfs, and of course other nation lines being added into the game, and of course being affected by the power creeps. And after a while, Shimakase pretty much fell from glory and just ended up collecting dust in so many players' ports, unfortunately. Because it's just pretty much lost its role. Why would anyone ever play the Shimakase when you have the US destroyer gunships that has even better concealment on their torps, pretty much better torps, good AA and good guns? VG has really no love over for this line anymore, unfortunately. But since they made a really small buff to the Shimakase a couple of patches ago and took down its concealment a bit more, I've actually taken Shima out for a spin now and then, yet again, as you can see in my earlier vid from a couple of weeks ago, where I pretty much decimate the enemy team within the first 3 minutes in my Shimakase. I think I earned like 3 or 4 medals, and I think almost 200k damage in the first 5 minutes or something. It's just insane. I will link that Shimakase video in the top right corner. So I found this ship, tried it out, and I mean, this ship is just so fun to play. Now, you do need to choose between either smokescreen or torpedo reload on this ship. So torpedo reload comes with a cost, and I think that you should never ever really go with the smokescreen, especially now in the current radar meta. It's just a waste of a consumable to go with the smokescreen instead of torpedo reload, because torpedo reload on this ship is just insane. As you can see, while I have racked up my second kill and are pushing the enemy team pretty much by myself, as you can see on the minimap. I mean, the thing that I love about the Shimakaze was that it has those really amazing Japanese torps. And they're 12 kilometers and they pack a punch. And you have 3 launchers. So you can use pretty much 2 launchers to get your first strike on the enemy targets. And watch them burn out their repair consumable, and then you can use the third launcher to set some additional floodings on the ship, like I did in that aforementioned Shimakaze video. But with this ship, I mean, this is actually one step further, because here, with help of torpedo reload, every other torpedo salvo that you will fire on this ship, you will be able to fire 4 sets of torps. Now, they are only 4 launchers, so it's 16 torps altogether, but I mean, it's just amazing the way you can strike a target, make them use their repair, and then just strike them again and just watch them flood, as you can see here. I mean, the battleships are just totally helpless, pretty much. So this ship definitely gets my stamp of approval. And the thing is, I mean, you almost never see players use the guns on the Japanese destroyers. But I actually found that both on the Shimakaze and also, of course, on the Yugumo, you can set some really nice fires using these guns. I mean, sure, I wouldn't really recommend going toe-to-toe with a US destroyer in a gunfight, but these guns have actually done really good damage and set fires to targets when it's necessary. So you shouldn't count them out, so to speak. If it's a really tight situation, you can really do some nice work with these guns as well. So it's pretty equal, even though I killed 3 ships and gotten 155k damage. The game is pretty equal still. So I'm just trying to round up the last couple of enemy ships. There is still a Des Moines in play, so I should be a bit careful, not pushing too far, too close to that guy. And they also have a destroyer still in play, so that is also something I need to be extremely careful about. Here I'm trying to aim and see how far away that enemy destroyer is in the smoke screen, and see if my torps is able to reach him. I'm a bit concerned about pushing the cap, because I know that as soon as this cap gets turned, the Des Moines will hit his radar. And I don't really want all these 3 ships to focus me, so I'm just hanging back a little bit. Now the Shimakaze pushes me, so here is one of those situations I was talking about. I mean, I don't really have the possibility to disengage, so since he spots me either way, I might as well try and help my team out by trying to knock him out. And as you can see, I just knock out his rudders, and I'm doing quite good damage on him. Now I set the fire, and I actually managed to kill the Edinburgh. I was aiming for the destroyer, but I killed the cruiser instead. I take what I get, I mean. So I pretty much decimated their Shimakaze and killed one of their cruisers. So I'm up to my 4th kill. The Shimakaze unfortunately makes it out with a minimum of health left. So I'm telling this Bismarck to hang back so I can push forward in front of him and scout the inevitable Shimakaze torps. And we also have to try and spot the enemy battleship as well. It's still a pretty close game, but the enemy are up with 1 ship, and as you can see that Fredrik the Grosse is really healthy. So I don't really like this Bismarck chances against this Fredrik the Grosse. So I feel like I need to do a play here and try to impact the game in some way. The problem is, of course, that both Fredrik the Grosse and the Kurfürst, the tier 10 German battleship, are armed with the German Hydra acoustic, which means that they are pretty immune to enemy torp attacks, or at least they should be. So usually not my favorite ship to try and assault with my torps. Now the Shimakaze make the huge mistake of pushing me in the cap, and of course, since he is really low, I managed to take him out, earning me my 5th kill and my Kraken Unleashed. And even though it's a German battleship, I managed to land 2 torpedo strikes, earning me high caliber and Confederate as well, alongside my Kraken Unleashed. But now the problem is he's starting to push me, and his secondaries alone are powerful enough to take away the little health I have left. I also managed to earn my Witherer. My torps reload really fast due to, well, first off, this ship's reload, and also, of course, that I run my AR on this captain, which I do on all destroyers. Now the guy is still flooding from my torp strike, so I don't really need to hit him again with the torps, but I want to save our Bismarck from as much damage as possible. But unfortunately, the Bismarck gets the kill. I think I did most of the damage to that ship, but hey, it's the name of the game. As long as we win, that's the important part. So I had 236,000 damage, 5 kills, Kraken, high caliber, Confederate, and wither. So, pretty good game. It's still pretty close though. We have 2 ships against 2, but we are almost done capping the enemy cap. I also have radio positioning finding, as you can see, that little marker above my ship, which I also run on most of my destroyers these days. It's really invaluable information that you get from those 4 captain skills. And the game ends right before we finish capping their base. So all in all, a pretty good game. Almost made 500,000 credits in a silver ship at tier 9, which is pretty great. 10 torp hits, 10 floodings, 1 fire, 21 hits with my main guns. So I must say, this ship, even though you have to disregard the smoke screen to be able to get the torpedo reload, it's still extremely strong and competitive ship. 2.2 thousand base experience, which is almost the double of the number 2 guy on our team. Did a pretty impressive amount of damage, and that is of course due to the possibility to launch 4 salvos of torps that can really fuck up the day of enemy battleships. And some good credits and experience, of course. Now, as a finishing touch, I just want to show a pretty fun clip where I managed to actually do a nice torpedo beats in my reversing Missouri when I myself was targeted by the enemy Yugumo. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and a comment below, and I see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.